It's time for the Super 16 presented by New Amsterdam Vodka. We do bring in our friend Dan Rosen from NHL.com. And Dan, we've got the Super 16. There's been a lot of movement the last couple of weeks. Teams going up the ladder, down the ladder. Let's get to your list and see who you got on the back end between 9 and 16.
Well, first off, EJ, you weren't here last week, and my camera fell. So
let's not
I
have
don't
that
know.
happen.
You should have seen it.
It just fell down. My studio fell apart when you weren't when you weren't around. Anyway,
yeah, that's unfortunate, Dan.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. Did you do something? Is what I want to know.
As far as
what
you know, no.
Do?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's get to it. So the 16 here, we got the Rangers at 16. They're hit or miss, but a nice win against the Devils, and they got 3 more against them, and they're not out of it right there. Okay.
You have the Predators at 14 when they've been just blowing up the league.
I haven't even gotten there yet.
I mean, can't you give them a little more love than that?
No,
All
I
right,
can't.
let's go back to the list. Is already terrible. Let's go back to the list. Thank
you. All
you.
right, so you got the Rangers. Can we talk about the Blues? The Blues are a team they were not in my 16 last week because they didn't belong, and now they've won 3 in a row, and they're playing a lot better. They're back in the race. As Jordan Binnington says, they're coming now, and that's good for them. They got 3 games in hand, but it's 10 of their last 14 are against Colorado, Vegas, and Minnesota. So it's a slog to the finish line for them, but like the way they're playing, getting a little bit healthier. Jordan Binnington's played well, so we got to give the Blues some love. All right, here in Nashville. Okay, 13-3 in their last 16. I can't just simply ignore the fact how bad they were before that. They're playing great right now, and they're doing it without Matt Duchene. They did the first 13 games without Ryan Ellis and the past 10 without Philip Forsberg. So that's really good. They're still 4th in their division, and I don't think they could beat any of the top 3 teams in that division. So that's why they are 14 right there. Wow. As you sigh. And I don't know why
I'm at a loss for words.
All right, well, that's fine. What are you going to have them at 2? You would have them at 2, maybe 1?
I would have them way higher than that. I mean, you got to give them some love, Dan. They've been red hot. Even with guys out of the lineup,
they're 14.
They've been winning. They just beat your beloved Tampa Bay Lightning last night, and in really nasty fashion.
They lost 3-0 to them the game before.
Well, what happened last night?
That's 7-2. Fine.
All right.
They came back after losing 3-0 against
John
Tampa
Cooper
Bay,
was very upset last night.
He should have been. They didn't play well. Look, maybe you're right. Maybe I should have. I didn't, though. So they're at 14. All right. They're there at 14. You got the Oilers there. They're always seem to be in that spot for me at 13. Mike Smith has been playing really well. Didn't play that well again the other night against Calgary, but I like them there. Then you got Minnesota. Nice win today for the Wild, but still 2-2-1 in their last 5. Problem for the Minnesota Wild is they're 3-6-3 on the road since March 1st, and that's a big problem for them. So they got to be able to win some road games. Boston, the D injuries are concerning for the Boston Bruins.
And that's why they should be lower.
Nope. They're hanging in. Okay. That's the thing.
Well,
they're right there.
Beat Buffalo again last night. That's
a
huge victory.
In a shootout.
In a shootout.
You got to win those games, and it doesn't matter. They count as 2 points, right? You got to win those games. They're hanging in.
Shootout.
They got Charlie McAvoy back in the lineup. They do miss Brandon Carlo and Matt Grzelcyk. They're a different team, obviously, when they have this D in, and that's another reason why I have them where I have them, because when healthy, they're a very good team.
All right,
and they've got to get back there.
Let's just skip right ahead to the top 8. We've done a lot. We've got the Jets, the Penguins.
You've destroyed my bottom 6.
Let's get to the top.
All right. So you got the Florida Panthers there, number 8. Barkov is terrific, 5 goals in his past 6 games. Toronto Maple Leafs, so much talk, and you guys were talking about it earlier, so much talk about the Leafs additions, and they're good. And the Leafs are the best team in that division. To me, there's no question about it. But what's wrong with their power play? My goodness, 2 for 43 on the power play in their past 19 games.
Yep.
Yet they were still 9-0-1 in 10 games before losing their last 2. So they're winning despite the power play, and you got to figure that they'll figure this power play out eventually. They're too good. So I like Toronto there. To me, they've separated themselves as the best team in that North Division. And the Islanders I have there, 5 of their last 7 wins have come in extra time, overtime, or a shootout. They've won 7 straight games like that. So it's good on them for finding ways to get those extra points. The Carolina Hurricanes, tough loss there to the Red Wings. So they're 5. Washington, I almost jumped them over the Lightning, but you know how I feel about the Lightning, so I didn't. I know you say that. 18 goals in a 3-game winning streak, 6 for 10 on the power play in those games, EJ. And you know what I love about it is that Alex Ovechkin's only scored 2 of those 18 goals.
Yeah.
And that, to me, says that they're getting production up and down their lineup, and I like the addition of Anthony Mantha. It's an overpay to get Anthony Mantha, but you know what? He's going to fit in well in that lineup, so you don't even care about that at this point. I kind of think back to when the Lightning got, Barclay Goodrow and Blake Coleman, and everybody's like, oh my God, how much did they pay? Well, look how good those guys have been for the Tampa Bay Lightning, who, by the way, have to deal with the Steven Stamkos injury and the 7-2 loss that you think means the Nashville Predators are the best team in the National Hockey League.
I just think that when you look at it, the Tampa Bay Lightning are 4-6 in their last 10 games.
Yeah,
Victor Hedman has had some struggles. I don't know if he's dinged up right now. I mean, let's face it, we love the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is a really good team. They're the defending Stanley Cup champions. But the last 10 games haven't been a Picasso. I mean, it's been a struggle. And, if I'm doing my rankings right now, Dan Rosen, I'd have the Capitals ahead of the Lightning for sure.
You might be right on that. I might have to give you that one.
Probably am. Probably am as usual.
Ever happens every once.
All right,
in a
let's
while,
get to the top. You got the
Vegas and Colorado are at the top.
And those are good ones. I'm hard to argue with you.
Look, Colorado though, Grubauer on the COVID list now. You go out and get Dubnyk, but this is the scariest thing for the Colorado Avalanche, right? Because and Bruce knows, I mean, Dubnyk's a good goaltender, but he's not the same as he was a couple of years ago. If for some reason Grubauer can't go, this team is not near the top in the league, because that's a huge drop-off in goal. But you could say that about a couple of teams, but that's a major drop-off if Grubauer can't go. And I say that for Grubauer because he's been prone to injury. This is an injury. We don't know what this is. This could be a negative, a false positive. It could be a real positive. But it's a scary situation for the Colorado Avalanche if Grubauer can't go. But otherwise, they are the best team in the National Hockey League.
All right. Well, listen, based on this list, I could say I wish your camera would have fell apart again, because you really, you got to get back to work. I mean, you had been making so much progress this year, Dan, and then boom, in a slump.
You don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's because you weren't there and Stu was there last year. He was drilling me on the Predators too last week.
Yeah. Well, listen, get back to work, and hopefully next week you'll bring a little bit more to the table. But thanks for your time today.
Appreciate it. Cut his mic, all right?
All right. Speaking of the Predators have won 13 of 16, Dan Rosen, and are right back in the thick of the playoffs. But what was the turning point that may have saved their season? We're talking Central Division next.
Super 16 is presented by New Amsterdam Vodka, the official vodka of the NHL.